Hi everyone, and thank you for joining our TMC Live session for Manchester College. I'm shortly going to pass you over to Andy and Gary, who are going to give you all the information on our construction courses. If you have any questions at any point during the session, please just pop them in the live Q&A box, which is just to the right hand side of your screen, and we're going to do our best to get through all of the questions towards the end of the session. I'm now going to pass you over to Andy, who's going to start off the session.
Good evening, everyone. It's a strange situation to be presenting to you this way, but I hope we can give you some useful information to help you decide about your courses for the future in construction and engineering. I want to talk to you this evening a little bit about our construction courses and about our construction and built environment offer towards the end. Our construction centre is run by a team of 26 staff running courses across construction skills in 4 trade areas. In our construction and built environment provision, we prepare students for construction management roles, and in our engineering courses, we offer courses at levels 2 and 3. This evening, I'm just going to talk about construction during this session. We are going to talk to you about the different trades that you can take and a little bit about the built environment courses. Over 300 people study construction skills courses with us every year on our construction centre at Openshaw. Around 180 study engineering. Our tutors are experts across their trades and skills. They've got extensive industry experience, so they're highly qualified, but they're also dedicated teachers here to support our young people to develop the skills they need for careers in the construction industry. Our tutors have a wide range of skills across electrical, plumbing, plastering, brickwork and joinery. They're not just industry experts, they're very student centred. We pride ourselves on making sure that once you come into our department, we will look after you throughout your programme so that we're focused on you achieving the best that you can while you're with us over the 2 or 3 years of your construction skills programme. I'm going to show you a short video now that gives you a tour around our construction centre and some more information about the different trades, and then I'll give you a bit more background information as well.
Hello, my name is Andrew Addy. I'm the manager responsible for construction and engineering. I'm curriculum director here at Welcome Street. At Welcome Street, we offer a range of construction courses from building services trades such as electrical installation and plumbing, round through to wet trades in plastering and brickwork. And we have a capacity of over 400 students, and we run a range of trades that take students to be site ready by the time they finish their level 3 programs. We're now in our carpentry and joinery building. We have 4 workshops that cater for students from level 1 through to level 3. At level 1, we teach our students how to use basic hand skills. At level 2 and 3, we make students site ready, so they will learn how to fit door frames, skirting boards and build staircases as part of the programme through level 2 and 3. We're now in the plastering workshop where we offer level 1 and level 2 plastering to 16 to 19-year-old students. The students could be site ready by the time they finish the level 2, and the level of skill that these students achieve over the 2 years is something to see. We're now in the brickwork studio for level 1 and level 2 brickwork. We offer skilled training for students ready for them to go out on site and complete their MVQ. We're only in the second week of the year, and already we've got courses of bricks on the floor and cornering built by our own students. The course runs over 2 years to get to the full level 2, after which students are site ready and can move on to the next level of qualification. We're now in our main plumbing workshop where we deliver plumbing training to level 1, 2 and 3 plumbing students, both adults and 16 to 18-year-olds. At level 1, we'll teach the basic skills and tool usage. At level 2, you will learn the main features of installation, from pipe work, bending and forming, to the installation of bathroom suites, through to level 3, where you will learn the design and planning for installations and for heating systems. We're now in the electrical workshop where 16 to 19s will come and train. We offer courses from level 1 through to level 3 for our 16 to 19-year-olds. After level 2, they're ready to train to be an electrician's mate. So they can go out to work. At level 3, we deliver design and planning. The level 2 is the full installation skills. We're now working on the wiring systems in the workshop, and students have just started and are beginning to learn the basics of installation. Each student gets a bay of their own with a panel to work on, and their work stays up between sessions so that they can build on the work they've done previously. After our tour of the Welcome Street construction site around the workshops, I'd just like to mention that we offer courses across all the levels of students that we talked about today, level 1, 2 and 3 for 16 to 19-year-olds. And from next year, we'll be offering the A-level equivalent in construction, which is the new T-level in construction in building services and in site carpentry. So they are courses that you could apply for September 21. I hope you've enjoyed seeing our workshops and seeing the facilities available to us here at Welcome Street. Thank you for your attention.
I'm going to go into a little bit more detail now about what we offer. So at our Industry Excellence Academy for construction, you'll benefit from a course that is co-developed and co-delivered with employers. You'll get a level 2 or level 3 qualification when you complete your time with us on a trade. You'll have a placement with an industry employer of at least 15 days. You will have sessions delivered by industry experts and people with a wide range of industry expertise, and visits from guest speakers who are at the forefront of their sector. Industry standard live briefs are given to you, and you work in realistic environments on realistic tasks in order to achieve your construction qualifications. In addition, we have a dedicated employability and partnership coordinator to help you prepare for leaving your courses and moving into employment in construction. In our Centres of Excellence, you've got a range of qualifications from entry level to level 3. So if you aren't sure what you want to do, we can bring you on to a construction skills course where you'll get a taste of several trades over the course of a year before choosing a specific trade. And if you haven't already obtained your GCSEs in English and Maths at grade 4, you will study those qualifications alongside your main course of study so that you are more ready for the workplace once you complete. Our dedicated employability sessions will allow you to prepare to submit applications and apply for jobs once you've completed your programme. A little bit more about our programmes. So in your study programme as a 16 to 18-year-old, you will take a main qualification in one of the construction trades, such as electrical installation or plastering. And alongside that, you will take English and Maths up to GCSE level if you haven't already achieved that. And you'll be provided with a work placement that will form part of your programme over the year. You will go out to work typically for 1 or 2 full weeks while you're on site with a construction company practicing the skills that you've been learning in our workshops with our tutors. The range of trades are outlined on here. I won't read these in detail, but I'll leave them on for you to have a look at for a couple of minutes. We do have a construction skills courses for students who have English and Maths needs and who are not sure what trade they want to go in. So you can come and do a general construction skills course. But if you're sure of the route you want to go down, we offer brickwork, painting and decorating and plastering at levels 1 and 2 over 2 years in order for you to become ready to go out to work in one of those trade areas. We also offer site carpentry over 3 years. Part of the reason for that is that level 1, you need to develop the hand skills necessary to become a site carpenter over the next couple of years. In the second year, you will develop some of the key skills to fix doors, staircases, roofing and flooring. And then you will carry out more complex tasks in the third year. The bulk of the learning is done in year 2, and level 3 is where you specialise in a range of skills that you've built on year 2. Electrical installation and plumbing, or what we call building services qualifications. We offer electrical installation up to level 3. Once you've completed your level 2 course, which includes the fundamental skills necessary to carry out electrical installation, you will move on in your level 3 year to design and planning skills and fault finding and testing. So by the end of your 2-year programme on level 2 and 3, you'll be in a position to go and work as an electrician's mate, being able to find faults and design and plan and install electrical systems, both domestic and commercial. We also offer a level 1 introductory to electrical installation for students that might be coming in with English and Maths needs. You can take the level 1 course, so you're beginning to build up your skills while you improve your English and Maths so that you are ready for the level 2 and 3 programs afterwards. Plumbing is also a similar program. Level 1 again is for those students who need English and Maths. Level 2, you learn the fundamentals of plumbing installation, design, pipe work, and then at level 3 you'll build on that, looking at more complex installations and the design and planning aspects of plumbing installations. In addition, we are now offering a T-level preparation course ready for the introduction of T-levels in September 2021. This is open to school leavers. It will be running next year as well, so that people leaving school can step up to this, and it prepares students with a technical diploma in electrical installation to move on to the T-level in building services construction. The T-level is meant to be the A-level equivalent of our for our vocational programs. They're meant to be highly challenging, and they're for students with strong GCSE performance. These T-levels are a combination of classroom learning, a long industry placement of 45 days, which will give you extensive insight into the industry that you want to work in. At the end of your T-level program, you will have the equivalent of 3 A-levels, which you can use either for university entry or to move into trade areas that will allow you to go and work either as a level 4 apprentice, a degree level apprenticeship, or into trade itself, into the construction industry itself. So if you're moving on from your GCSE studies and want to develop a high level, high quality set of skills applicable to the construction industry, the T-level might be the one for you. The transition to T-level will allow us to offer construction pathways in 3 areas. We will offer a surveying and design pathway at the Manchester College, which is about project management, design and planning. It gives you the wider picture around construction. We will offer the construction pathway in building services, focusing on electrical installation to prepare you for a more trade orientated T-level qualification. And we will offer on-site craft construction T-level, which will be focused on carpentry skills to make you site ready over the course of your T-level. As I say, these are equivalent to an A-level qualification. We are running a transition year this year for the first intake, ready to run the T-levels for school leavers and our transition students from September next year. They offer a wide range of industry experience, more intensive assessments to prepare you for any of the routes afterwards, whether that's university, apprenticeship or employment. I'm going to talk for a few minutes about a course that sits in our engineering department, which is our Construction and the Built Environment programme. We are offering the T-level transition in built environment as well, which will lead to the design and planning T-level. The Construction and Built Environment programme is a 2-year course which offers you a grounding in a wide range of construction careers. It offers training in science and materials, construction management, construction technology, design and drawing, including 3D CAD and building information modelling, which is the industry standard. You complete an A-level equivalent of a full extended diploma over the 2 years at level 3, which can prepare you either for moving into the construction industry or for a higher qualification in university. The industry recognises this pathway, particularly if you take it at level 4 in the HNC. As part of this programme, we also offer an elite ACE scholarship programme. The scholarship programme is designed with employer involvement all the way along the line, and like with the T-level that will come in next year, it offers you extensive experience of working on site. So our scholarship students do 3 days a week in college and 2 days a week working for one of our partner employers, so that by the end of their 2 years, they've almost done an audition for working with one of the country's top construction companies and are in a position to move into junior management roles in the construction industry. The aims and content of our built environment programs are intended to prepare you for those management roles in construction. So you will study units in construction management, site management, project management, design and planning, surveying, building regulation and maintenance. And I've got a little bit of a presentation here from one of our students from the scholarship program last year, who can give you an insight into his experiences with the employees.
I went on 3 work placements at Bradley Leather, Bucknell, Waite and Langor Road. During that time, I was shadowing the project management. From these placements, I learned how to interact with people and how to just work how the industry works. The best part was just to interact with everyone and just learn new skills and how just everything works basically. So when I finish, I'd like to do project management and construction, and I feel this placement just made me realise how much I want to do it. Just be open-minded, ask as many questions as possible, and don't be shy. That's what I think is the best thing to do.
So the qualifications that you would study in built environment are designed to focus on some key areas such as the legal framework, health and safety and regulation of the construction industry. You will also study the science and materials that underpin construction design and planning and construction technology. You may well cover engineering principles of construction, and you will actually get hands-on use of design software and the industry standard building information modelling software that is used now as a national standard in the construction industry to help teams work together in design, build and maintenance of buildings. And you'll look at management principles and processes in construction as well. On the screen there are a few examples of the units that you'll cover. We do cover a wide range of units, and these will vary depending on the course that you're taking on a particular year. There are a range of mandatory and optional units that you take, but we will try to cater for your interests. After you've taken the built environment course, you'll be able to look at the next steps. The courses prepare you for stepping straight into junior management if you needed to, if you wanted to, but they also prepare you for university. They give you a wide range of practical knowledge and understanding that underpins performance in the workplace, and it prepares you for employment and further study in the construction industry. We also offer, if you wanted to, a level 4 HNC. So if you completed your built environment course with us at level 3, we offer a level 4. Many people come to study with us on this programme who are already in the construction industry and looking to move into management, or looking to move into the construction industry in a management role. So that's one option here at TMC as well after your level 3 programme. Thank you for your attention and your participation. Gary and I are available to take any questions that you might have. We're now free to talk to you or respond to your questions.
That's
Amelia,
brilliant.
are you reading those out?
I am indeed, thank you very much. So one of our first questions here, what can you go on to after completing a diploma at level 2 or level 3?
Okay, if you've completed a diploma at level 2 in construction trades, you have the option to start work. You can't be a fully fledged electrician or plumber, but you can work as an electrician's mate or a plumber's mate, because the level 2 does give you the fundamentals to carry out practical work around installation or plumbing. Once you've done the level 3, they're the more sophisticated elements. And you would normally, after the level 3, go and work as a plumber or an electrician's mate, and you would then be eligible to take what they call the MVQ, the National Vocational Qualification, which allows you to become a fully qualified plumber and electrician and sign the work off. Gary, do you want to talk about what happens after level 2 in the other trades?
Yeah, if you take the plastering or the bricklaying, you can actually start work. I mean, the thing with the plastering is there's so many people, you have to be doing some decorating in your house, and you'll find you will pick up work, especially private work. So to be honest, a lot of the, you might see the lesser trade actually have more scope, but we would push for you to actually go on to built environment and follow them routes if you if you can, to be honest. So that would be my thing on it. Thank you.
Amelia?
Great, thank you very much for that one. Another question here. Do you do anything like architecture, planning and the structure of a house? And do you do anything like interior design?
I'll answer those two separately. Interior design is probably not really our department. Having said that, our painting and decorating programme does work through design and the skills necessary to implement interior design models. So if I was to tell you, for example, that the marble pillars in the Trafford Centre are not marble at all, but they are painted effects, when you study painting and decorating up to level 2 and 3, you will learn how to create those kinds of effects. So as part of that, you do a little bit of design, but you also learn the skills to execute some of those designs. However, it's not a design program, it is a skill program. And if you wanted interior design, it would be better to look at things like visual arts rather than painting and decorating. On the, what was the first part again, Amelia, sorry?
Can you do anything like architecture and structures of a house?
Okay. Yes, the design and planning units that you would do in construction, the built environment, will teach you the skills necessary to design buildings, structural segments of buildings, and they are related to architecture. It would be possible for a student who completed the extended diploma at level 3 in the built environment to go on and study something like architecture, surveying or design and planning of buildings. It will prepare you for further study at university in those fields. Architecture is an extremely competitive field, however, and you need to be getting the highest grades both at GCSE and beyond if you are looking for a place on an architecture course at university. But there are a range of courses at university that are not architecture degrees, but are related to that field that would be a stepping stone into design and planning and building in construction.
That's brilliant, thank you. I've definitely just learned something about the Trafford Centre.
Actually, can I just jump in with that as well? Just saying that because there's quite a lot of elements. As soon as you start within all the trade areas, we have to do this what's called principles of building, and a lot of that is about design. And I think that's when some of the learners suddenly realise actually this is really interesting. So as long as that you actually work hard, that's just, you can progress on to the level built environment level 3 and forward it that way. As far as the interior goes, again, like Andy said, even with the plastering, we have fibrous stuff. So a lot of the, cornices, niches, you might not know what they are, but all this fancy fibrous work that goes on is plastering. And again, people actually specialise in that stuff. So there is roots in, but once you start on the trade area, you normally see these. So just thought I'd throw that in.
Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant. Another question here about the entry requirements. So what are the different entry requirements for the different levels in construction? Okay.
We asked for a grade 2 and a grade 3 in English or maths. I don't mind which way round for level 2 plumbing and electrical because, and Gary won't mind me saying this, the hand skills necessary in electrical and plumbing are not as precise or fine as some of the other trade areas, but the design and planning elements that they need to do at level 3 require a good grasp of maths, a good grasp of English for the assignments and the planning briefs, and so we do ask for slightly higher grades in there. We start all of the other trades at level 1, and we would want you to have a basic level of English and maths. Ideally, we want you to have grades 1 and 2 in English and maths. But the key thing is that you're going to learn some key hand skills in joinery and in brickwork and plaster and painting and decorating. Because if I flatter Gary a minute, one of the hardest things, I think the hardest trade to do really well is plastering, because the hand skills of a skilled plasterer are really quite something, and to get the finish on there requires a high level of skill. So while the maths and the technical elements might not be as high in some of the other trades compared to plumbing and electrical, the hand skills necessary are much more difficult to achieve. So we start all students at level 1 in those areas before we move them up to levels 2 and 3.
That's great, thank you very much. Another question here, are there evening classes available at all?
There are evening classes currently, and we've run for a long time, in electrical installation. They're for adults only, of course. We are putting on an evening class in plumbing this year. I can't guarantee what will happen every September. It depends on the level of interest. But yes, if you are interested in evening classes in plumbing and electrical, there are opportunities. If you want to put a note on the chat, if you're interested in another evening class trade, just so I'm aware, it may well be possible to run something in joinery. We don't always have the demand, but in electrical in particular, the demand is very high, and we run evening classes at level 2 and level 3 every year.
Brilliant, thank you. Another question here, can I get support with work placement?
Yes, we have specialists. If you are a young person, 16 to 19, we have specialist liaison people who work with our team and with employers to place our students with employers so they get work experience. If you can find your own work experience, great, we'll support you with that. and we can go out and assess the company. We risk assess every company we work with, make sure that students are going out safely, but we will support all our students to find a work placement. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you. I think there's quite a lot of interest in architecture here. So someone's asked, is there a theory type course for people who are interested in architecture?
I'm going to shoot myself in the foot a little bit here, because I've worked with students in a range of different colleges around access to higher education, which is what you would need to do if you were going to study architecture. Ideally, you need to have a good grasp of physics and maths and some artistic flair. And if you wanted to study architecture at university, typically you would need to do a 3A level program. Architecture courses are limited in student places and they require high grades in order to access them. There are other programs which won't get you to be a qualified architect, which takes 7 years. Bear in mind, it's like becoming a doctor. But there are careers and university programs that will place you in a position where you will work with and alongside architects and often in architect companies in order to work with them. So the construction and the built environment can take you down that route, and some of our units are geared towards design and planning, so you'll begin to understand the role of architects in the production process in construction. So it is one route that you could take, is through construction, the built environment.
That's brilliant, because we have, oh, go on, Gary.
Just add as well, the thing is, as long as you've got to realise with architecture, it's understanding all the materials, all the new materials that are coming in, that it's not just about design of houses or dwellings. That's the problem. You've got solar panels, you know, there's all this stuff that come into play with architecture. That's why it's hard. Okay.
Thank you, because we have a question here about the Built Environment Scholarship. So what are the entry requirements for that course?
We ask for grade 6s in English and maths at the moment. The scholarship programme is a very special course in which class sizes are limited to 12, because students will work with major construction companies over their 2-year programme. And because we can only place a limited number of students with these companies, we have to limit the entry to the scholarship programmes. So we ask for, as a priority, a 6 in English and a 6 in maths at GCSE, and 4 other passes at grade 4 or better. Ideally, 1 or 2 of those should be science as well, because of the technical aspects of the programme. Beyond that, there are other things that we look for. We look for a high level of commitment. We ran a summer school this year where we ran a competition in order to discriminate between all of the applicants, because we had 96 applications for the scholarship this year and we only had 22 places. So it's important that you understand that it's a competitive programme to get on. You need the best GCSE results you can, and if there are additional selection processes that we put in place because of the numbers of students, you will have to be prepared to commit to those as well.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we've actually just got one more question left for today's session. I know that you might have mentioned this a bit earlier, but just in case you didn't hear, what level do you start on in plumbing?
We start with, if you are an adult, we start you on level 2, assuming you've got the required level of English and maths. We don't run a level 1 plumbing programme for adults because it isn't really moving you towards an employment situation. It is just preparation for the main qualification. We run a level 1 qualification for students at 16 to 19 who might not yet have the level of English and maths that we need for the level 2. So they do some basic plumbing skills, they'll learn about the industry, learn about the tools and learn some basic skills while they're improving the maths and English to move on to the level 2 the following year. I hope that answers the question.
Brilliant, thank you very much. So with that being the last question for today, thank you all for coming to our construction session. We hope that you've got everything you need, but if you don't, you can still contact our team. Our school liaison team are waiting to take your call if you've got any more questions or even about applications as well. That phone number is 0161 674 3496. And if you're interested in applying for 2021, you can visit our website. So that's www.tmc.ac.uk. And so you've got all the information there and including an application form as well. But for our learners with any special educational needs and disabilities, we have our transition team here to help you make your transition from school to college a really positive experience. And their contact email address is transitionteam@tmc.ac.uk. But that's it from us, and thank you. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.